everything is forced. Hey guys, welcome to Nursery. My name's Lee. I'm with my friend Derek.
Hi.
And we want you to watch the movie UHF with us. So pause this podcast, go get your Blu-ray, which I know you own, of UHF, or go on Netflix or wherever it's at in the future, whatever we use. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say VHS is somehow back when you listen to this. Go get your VHS and put in UHF, or go to the DVD menu and press play in 3, 2, 1, go. You should be on the Metro-Goldwyn screen with a lion. And then after that is Orion. So hopefully you have a similar copy. If not, if it's slightly stunted, no big deal. You know what we're talking about. So if you got to this podcast by searching UHF, no explanation needed. You are Derek and my friend.
Yes.
If you're somebody who listens to Nursery or you search this through Ohio, let me introduce myself. My name is Lee Boyle. You can find humor involving me and my friends, including Derek, at Bullskit.com. There's music that's sometimes in this podcast at thirdclass.net. Check out Derek at Pop Culture Rants. That's on Tumblr. There's a Facebook page, etc. Anyways, that's just if you want background. We're now at the title screen, UHF, and an Indiana Jones spoof is starting in.
Yes, yeah. I'm actually a huge Indiana Jones fan, so I think this movie, when I first saw it as a kid, it kind of like really sucked me in. Mm-hmm. Just because it immediately went to something that I knew and kind of made fun of it, but also kind of like respected it at the same time.
Exactly, it's a nice like solid opening. So right now, Weird Al's character is staring at a waterfall, and his assistant is nervous, and then there's another dude who has a gun behind him, points the gun. Weird Al cracks a whip and knocks the guy's arm off.
Now in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which this is spoofing, he the same thing happens, only he just uses his whip to knock it out of his hand, or knock the gun out of his hand.
That's right.
This one he just tears his entire arm off.
Which right up front in the movie UHF establishes the comedy. It's like, okay, this isn't going to be an impressive action opening. It's going to be hilarious.
I mean, that's kind of like the humor, is that it's kind of ridiculous.
Right. Yeah. And I was actually talking to Derek listeners the other day. I watched The Rundown with Sean William Scott and The Rock. That's a totally different movie, and that came out in 2003, but best opening scene of all time, man. Yeah. Where The Rock beats up everybody in the club. Love it. Anyways, the guy's saying it's an ancient sacred Oviedo symbol or whatever. Certain death for anyone who enters, Indiana Jones type thing, obviously.
Yes.
And they're looking at this little carved out face, and the face is making a funny face.
Yeah. Now in Raiders of the Lost Ark, I can't remember the actor's name. The guy who played in Spider-Man 2, he played Doc Ock. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2.
Who's that guy? That guy's a great actor.
Yeah, he is a great actor. I'm blanking on his name, but anyway, he actually played that role.
Did he?
He was with him and Harrison Ford. Yeah,
that's cool. So we just passed the part where Weird Al / Indiana Jones sidekick tries to leave and gets hit by a train, which was awesome. So now he's at it alone. He's pushing through some vines, and now there's a bunch of stupid road signs that say "Do not enter," "Keep out this area," "Wrong way," etc. It's pretty funny, And some background on this movie: if you're somebody who's listening to Nursery and you haven't seen UHF, this came out in 1989. During a time where Weird Al was doing pretty well in the music scene.
He was.
People liked him a lot and liked his parodies. If you don't know who Weird Al is, I think you know who Weird Al is, but he does parodies of songs and he's funny on records.
He's very funny, and especially like in the late '80s. I mean, he had his own TV show on MTV,
and that was great. Al TV was
Al TV
the Weird
was
Al show. On,
exactly. So I mean, he's always been a big part of music and pop culture in general. Right.
Now he's going to grab this trophy, this gold trophy. It's So the Indiana
It's,
Jones one.
I think it's an Oscar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an Oscar.
Yeah.
That's right. See, that's one thing I didn't really ever think about before, surprisingly. And I have seen, guys, listeners, Derek and I have seen this movie coming up on like possibly 40 times.
Yeah. I remember we were like in middle school, like you, me, and like Peppy. We would like watch this movie, like especially on like snow days and stuff.
Dude.
We would watch this movie and then rewind it and watch it again. Dude. Like on this, on this like crappy,
over and over.
Yeah, on this crappy VHS that I it was like a used copy of it that I bought at a like a rental store like here back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, which was the only way to get it at the time.
Yeah.
Or the only financially smart way to get it at the time, because when this movie like first came out, like it was like, I think the VHS was like $80 or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Weird Al just grabbed the Oscar and he's running, and now the cave is crashing down. He gets hit in the head with the and then there's a door closing and he's going to run through it. They props it up with the Oscar and goes under. But yeah, other background on UHF. Stop me if I get this wrong, Derek. But didn't this movie kind of bomb when it came in theaters a little bit?
Yeah. If
it was because of a bunch of theorized that it bombed because of other blockbusters.
Well, yeah. I mean,
the package.
Yeah. I mean, '89 was a pretty big year for blockbuster movies, right. Like. The first Batman '89, the first Michael Keaton Batman film came out that year. Yeah, it was a big. A lot of people will actually like pinpoint like that year as like the start of like the big, huge, major Hollywood blockbusters.
And a lesser known wasn't that, I think on the original VHS, the package with Tommy Lee Jones was advertised. Not that that's well known now, but I'm sure that beat. Movies like that were just crushing UHF.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay, so speaking of crushing, Weird Al just got crushed by a boulder. That was a fantasy. Now we're fading into real life. Yeah. And his name is George in the movie, Al's name, and he works at a burger shop.
Yes, him and his friend work at a burger shop, and it's established quite early that they're not exactly happy about their lot in life, I guess.
And then, no, we can't ever work a job. We're too imaginative. Yeah. George forgets to do stuff because he has Indiana Jones fantasies. Oh, George, will you ever fit in?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely some tropes here, right? And also one thing to say about this.
He just squirted mustard on the customers. Go on.
No. A great thing about this movie is that it's highly quotable. Almost like I guess a good comparison would be like when Napoleon Dynamite came out and everybody was quoting that and saying like my lips are real bad or whatever. Like this I think this movie is just as quotable as that. Big everything in it is just it's extremely quotable and very, very funny. And
Big Edna. Now Big Edna just tossed them out.
They fly like 200
away.
It's like and she like tosses them out and throws them like 200 feet in the air, and
cartoon moment kind of.
Yeah.
That's a good scene. Cooney is introduced in this karate scene. He's a quotable character.
Yeah. Cooney is actually like him. Somehow him and Weird Al are friends, and he actually appeared in the Al Show or whatever.
He did. That's right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The Al Show had these weird little kind of like I don't know what you call them, like these dumb little like stops and starts because of what they were allowed to do on the channel. Yeah, and it kind of fell short in a lot of episodes. Like it was funny. But the Weird Al Show just like it's kind of fell flat most episodes because he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do. You're so stupid. That just flew out of the window. Cooney, you're so stupid. Now George is making a Twinkie Wiener sandwich.
A Twinkie Wiener sandwich, your favorite.
And he's making it, and he puts cheese whiz on it.
It's so funny because it's actually been a while since I've watched this, and I still just remember like every line.
Yeah. Didn't you and me eat these one time?
Yeah, we did. No. We did.
They were horrible.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, they were pretty terrible.
Yeah. Even within me, what Derek and I were referring to, we were about 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
And what we were doing is we just bought Twinkies, put hot dogs in them, put cheese whiz on them, and tried to eat them because of UHF. I guess we thought, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
UHF.
Yeah, I think also around the time we were eating like green and purple ketchup.
Yeah, you'd think we'd like the Twinkie Wiener sandwich based on how horrible our diet was back then.
Oh, yeah, sure.
My God.
Yeah, but no, it was pretty gross. I mean, it's just a gross... and this, wait, is that milk he's dipping it in?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing was with the prestige of burger, blah, blah, blah. Terry.
Yeah.
He refers to Terry, who's later shown as his girlfriend, played by...
Victoria Jackson, who she used to be on SNL.
That's right.
Lately she likes to go on Fox News a lot.
That's right.
Yeah.
She kind of had a problem with SNL because she said that they didn't give her airtime on the 40th anniversary because she's a Republican. Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense because Adam Sandler's a Republican. A lot of other cast members are.
Yeah. I mean, she says...
She's a bit more outspoken.
She's a lot more outspoken, has some, I don't want to get into politics.
Right, but we can, though. This movie's long. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I don't want to offend anybody. I guess what I was going to say. She's just kind of a little out there, I guess.
Yeah, she's not quite as liberal as a lot of...
Yeah.
So George and Terry are talking now.
Yeah, and she's talking about,
when are you going to start taking things a little more seriously? I mean, you've been wandering aimlessly from job to job ever since. She plays a very straight character in this.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, she's not, her character's not exactly funny, though. No.
And she's funny on SNL sometimes.
She had her moments on SNL, sure. Yeah.
And this is a Close Encounter of the Third Kind reference?
Yeah.
So George sculpts his mashed potatoes. This is important. This means something.
Yeah.
Terry's like, oh, George, you can't take anything seriously. Now we get to meet one of the most important characters, quote-wise, Harvey.
Yes.
George's uncle.
Yeah.
His aunt and uncle got his back, and they're trying to get him a job. They're saying, I'm sure you'll find a job. You got
such a good face. Look at this face. Oh, God.
Would you look at this face?
Oh, God.
Is this a face you could die for? And she pulls his cheek real hard.
Well, she pulls it out like at least like a foot,
This movie's important to me because it's before all those stupid, scary movies and all this dumb, Spy Hard and all that crap.
Yeah. I think, this... Wait, I can't remember. Wait, when did the first Naked Gun come out?
First Naked Gun's probably in 89 or 90. First Naked Gun is good. The second and third one are horrible.
Yeah, they're crap. They're crap.
But the first one is... I think I watched it recently and it held up very well.
Yeah, okay.
Because it was more about the acting. Then the second and third came along, and it was all sight gags and stupid things like that Cheek thing, except times 100.
Oh, yeah.
Leslie Nielsen is awesome, but he has been in some... Dude, I know the movies are bad.
88. 88. So technically...
That's fine. Naked Gun, that's why. That's why that one's better.
Yeah, 88. So that came out around a year or whenever.
This marks a time... For me, this marks a time where comedies went kind of flat... after 1990 or something, for some reason, for a while. Not all of them. There's plenty of exceptions, but there was this dead zone in comedy until Tommy Boy for me for a while.
Sure. I'm actually, I don't want to sound like that guy. I don't want to be that guy back in my day, but I'm actually a huge fan of 80s movies.
Well, 80s had good comedy, and then they kind of picked back up again after the 90s. These really good, great comedies Year One and Hot Rod and Superbad came out that were just as good as these. But the 90s kind of, for some reason, except for some exceptions, they fell short on a lot of
there was a
dumb
stretch there. Yeah, there was
senseless Marlon Wayans and David Spade. I feel like that's the definition of just kind of crappy Clueless. I know a lot of people like Clueless. But
Clueless is considered a classic. I don't know. You know what? I haven't seen. I'm
more of a Can't Hardly Wait guy.
Can't Hardly Wait's great.
We're going to do High School.
I don't know. When I think of 90s comedies, I think of Ready to Rumble with David. What was that?
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's some exceptions. Tommy Boy is awesome. Everyone loves Tommy Boy. I agree.
Yeah, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore are, I guess, I would consider those. Yeah. I would consider those good. I don't necessarily want to watch them again, but
Dumb and Dumber is funny to me still.
Yeah. Dumb and Dumber's still really good.
Plenty of exceptions, but the crappy movies that come out in the 2000s, I like. I liked Year One a lot. I love that movie.
Yeah. Change, you got change.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this guy.
Yeah, change, you got change. Yeah. There's a bum. What we missed here, just to give listeners context, is George and Terry. They have this deed to an old UHF station. They go check out the premises, and there's actually some former employees still working there, including this kind of mad scientist character.
Yeah.
He's watching Mr. Ed and doing experiments, and they walk in on him in a room. And it's great because this is exactly what you want out of an 80s movie. A mad scientist with a bunch of colorful tubes and just big hair.
This also, like, I can also, like, kind of, like, relate to this because I sort of, like, grew up on, like, these weird, like, stations that just played reruns of old TV shows.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I sort of, like, was raised on that kind of stuff.
Right. And Philo. I'm Philo, chief engineer of what? We don't really understand. I guess the UHF station, but he's a scientist.
Yeah. He's a crazy mad scientist, but apparently he's supposed to be some sort of like television engineer or whatever. You know,
this is my home. I live here. Philo is a good character.
Yeah. He's a great character.
He tells George to hold these two.
Yeah, he's kind of like the, he's kind of like almost like the Spock, I guess, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if my something can withstand 1,000 volts. Weird Al has this moment, maybe akin to Marv in Home Alone 2, where he gets electrocuted, which is funny.
Yeah, it is. It is good. Oh yeah, speaking of, we actually watched those movies over the Home Alone movies, like the first two, like over Christmas.
Have you seen 4 yet?
No.
Did I tell you about 4?
No, you briefly touched on it.
Okay,
yeah,
but go on.
Yeah, no. No, it's just.
Dude, sorry, I gotta interrupt you.
No, okay, all right.
That stupid doo-wop music that's playing in the scene right here. I used to always sing that when it was on. Or no, I used to always say that sounds like Derek. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's the least important detail of the entire film. Go on.
That's it. That's also a deep cut reference for us, I guess.
Yeah. Just like the scene where they go to UHF in the daytime. Mm-hmm. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No. We had just been we recently watched the Home Alone and Home Alone 2, which I think are still really funny, and we were hysterically laughing at like when the wet bandits are getting their butts handed to them. Like I don't know why we thought that was so funny.
I'm sure it's kind of funny now in a different way.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious. Now,
is it kind of funny because of how dumb they were? Is that like half the joke, or what was funny about it? Like
I don't know. It was like genuinely. I don't know. It was like genuine. I think it was like genuinely like hilarious to me for whatever reason. I don't know.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, I mean, it was just funny to just watch. I think a part of thinking about it. I think a part of it is the fact that it was just so ridiculous.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen them in a while, so I have to take your word for it. I have to watch them. Yeah. Now, one of the genius things that UHF does is they cut to commercials that they either see in passing or programs that the UHF station later in this plot produces.
Yeah.
And they really do a good job of breaking this movie up with like funny like parody commercials or parody shows. Yeah.
They just showed that used car salesman who says if you don't go down and buy a car from him, he's going to club a baby seal.
I'm going to club a baby seal to make a better deal. But I'll do it too.
Because I'm crazy. Yeah.
And then now they're talking about somebody accidentally mailed a package to the UHF station that's supposed to go to Channel 8, their rival, RJ Fletcher.
Yeah.
Well, not their rival, like the big station in town that's way better than them. We'll
talk about RJ in a minute. Like that guy, he's to me that's like one of the great comedic performances like in cinema history.
Right. Here it comes. Okay, so Al and Fran Drescher just entered the movie as the secretary. So RJ's here talking to it. He's like, "Is this a number 2 pencil? I don't pay you to think." "But Dad, shut up!" So he's yelling at his son in the office in front of the coworkers.
Yeah.
All right. Who's got the report? I left the report on the desk. I don't see it. When did you put it here? Yesterday, before I left. The janitor. It must have been the janitor, who's played by Michael Richards.
Yes.
So they're looking for this dumb report. They call the janitor in to blame him. "I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I will not tolerate this kind of behavior at Channel 8, RJ Fletcher says. Mm-hmm. This guy was also in a ton of movies way back when and stuff, and he's had like a pretty storied career.
Now I
Here
actually
comes Michael Richards. So,
no. This is like one of the major films that that Kramer was in. He did stand up. I know Johnny Carson liked him.
Right, and he was on Fridays, and that was a big break.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
but still, this is a big thing for him, especially at this time.
Sure.
Later this year, Seinfeld, but that wasn't a sure thing until 3 years in, kind of, right? And so, all right, so this is Michael Richards' character. File represented 2 months of intensive research. R.J. Fletcher's basically the best character in this movie.
Oh yeah, he is. He is like I mean he's I guess like in real life, I guess he would be like a mean and douchey person, but he's just so funny.
But he oversells it so much in this that it's hilarious.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's what I think that's what makes him so funny is that it's like this like it's serious, but at the same time like he plays it completely over the top.
Yeah, really. He just fired Michael Richards' character Stanley Spadowski, the janitor. You're fired. Michael Richards does this dumb bit right here where he slams the door on the inside and acts like he thought he was on the outside.
Which is a total Kramer move.
That was the coolest.
That's a total Kramer thing to do.
And that's such a Craig thing to do too.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
Any listeners who are familiar, if you ever go on our site, bullskit.com, there's that kid that talks funny, Craig Bate. That's his humor, man. He's Mr. Bean. He's Kramer. He's those guys.
Oh, yeah. He definitely, he, without a doubt.
R.J. Fletcher tells a joke. All his co-workers and his son start laughing. And here comes Al walking in to see R.J. Spots him and says, "Hey, R.J.!"
Yes.
Everything stops.
Yeah, and then, like, everything,
the entire office stops. Everyone pauses.
Like, everybody pauses. The phones stop. The phones and fax machines stop. Like everything, and everybody looks like a mannequin. They're just frozen in time.
All because Al's character George doesn't address him as Mr. Fletcher, but RJ. He's trying to be chummy with him. It didn't work.
Which I told you earlier. Like I think like this scene was important to me because it's sort of because as a kid it sort of like solidified like my humor for years to come.
Do you think that the reason it solidified it? I mean, because it's awesome, it's hilarious, and it's just an important cartoony moment. But also when I think of this scene when we were younger, I felt that we could relate because. We were all George.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, it was very relatable, and also it's just it just takes things like a couple steps too far, like in order.
And it's like the whole rest of the world's normal, and we're weird, and like, oh God, why are everybody's so embarrassed by everything George does? And I think we could relate on like a personal level to George, like. George is trying to be friendly and everyone else is being dumb.
I guess.
And maybe I'm reading too far into it, but after seeing that scene a few times, I always felt like that's how you viewed, like, quote, normies. As all the people that paused,
Yeah, exactly.
So Spadowski just got his mop taken away from him, and he runs into Al's character, George. We've never been apart.
Oh he has that Stanley Spadowski. Yeah, he has that connection to his
mop.
Yeah, to his mop.
Listeners, make sure you take note because that mop will return in later scenes. I don't want to spoil anything, but he gets his mop back. But anyways, he's crying because his mop's gone, and George is about to offer him the job as the janitor at UHF. Well, maybe you could come work for me. Really? You mean it? Sure, I guess we could use a janitor. Stanley Spadowski. George Newman. I'm mighty glad to meet you, George. I'm going to do a really good job. You won't be sorry. I'm going to do a really good job for you, George. You want me to clean your glasses for you? I'll make them real shiny. We're friends, huh, George? He's awesome. Stanley Spadowski and R.J. Fletcher are just like, they just kind of hold this movie together.
Yep.
Here's the bum again.
He's hanging out with some blind guy working on a Rubik's Cube.
Which is awesome. But people that are listening to this that love UHF, this is a shot in the dark, but I think Derek and I have this thing in common where we just like purposefully kind of bad comedy. Like, not horror, like, it's not like these jokes aren't good. But we like thrown together like this movie revolves around the jokes.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the first
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
The
yeah.
plot, like Derek mentioned,
yeah.
the trope is there, but
Yeah.
who cares? The jokes of the movie. And like,
oh yeah, none of the plot matters. Like I don't think it's necessarily a bad plot. It's just
but who cares?
It's like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And I think that helped me later on in life. Like I started liking movies based on simply the jokes and not the story. Like Tommy Boy's cool, but there's some heart there. They're trying to save a business in Sandusky, Ohio.
Yeah.
Whereas Almost Heroes, I like better than Tommy Boy because that's just this thrown together mess.
Oh
of
yeah.
jokes.
Oh yeah. No.
Right.
That movie, just these idiots who are like Lewis and Clark, but
and they stay true to it. There's moments of kind of soulfulness, but everything up to the very end when that stupid eagle flies him out to sea is a joke.
It's
no
all
tender moments necessarily.
Yeah, which it upsets me because I watch I read all these lists and stuff that are the worst or the most the worst comedies of all time or comedians who died and went out with a whimper or whatever because of some terrible film that they made before they died or whatever, and that's and I guess in a lot of ways Almost Heroes is considered that film for Chris Farley, and I think it's his best film. It completely focuses. It doesn't give a crap about the plot.
Dude, don't get me started on the way critics view comedies. Comedy gets zero.
God, I know.
Yeah, comedy gets zero respect at the awards, and who cares about the awards anyways?
Yeah.
But here's George Newman starting his first show, Town Talk. And this dude's gonna on UHF. George Newman's interviewing this guy who does woodshop. But anyways, critics get mad at Almost Heroes. Dude, people get mad at Almost Heroes for historical inaccuracies. Who cares?
I know.
You should. Have you ever?
That's not the point.
Have you seen Year One?
Yes.
Have you read the reviews?
Yeah.
People criticize them.
Yeah, people hate that. Yeah,
Dude, it's obviously a joke. They walk from caveman times into Sodom. That's okay. That's funny. And they go to
it is funny.
The pyramids in Egypt.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No. What I was gonna say, Almost Heroes. It doesn't really get its due, and it's also it still isn't out on Blu-ray yet.
Yeah, dude. I'm so mad about it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's probably one of those things. Physical media is kind of dying, and it's probably just the DVD is probably going to be the best. That's probably going to be the best that we ever get with that.
Yeah, on UHF viewers or listeners, sorry, this dude just cut his finger off, and he was like, "Did I? Oh, call me Mr. Butterfingers." And there's blood squirting everywhere.
Is my face red?
Is my face red?
Oh, is it? Oh, yes, yeah. Spatulas. Okay, now we're back to another commercial.
Genius segues in this movie. They go from the first show that George is in to a commercial about Spatula City, which is just a store that sells only spatulas.
Yeah. It's
a giant warehouse of spatulas, thousands to choose from in every shape, size, and color. Because we eliminate the middleman, we sell our spatulas.
And I love the scene from the. I love the scene, where people are freaking out like it's Black Friday, driving all these spatulas, and the kids are bouncing up and down in the car because they're so excited about going to Spatula City.
They kind of knocked that one out of the park.
Yeah.
Buy 9 spatulas, get the 10th for just 1 penny.
Yeah.
There's kids opening spatulas on Christmas.
Yeah, and also, I don't know why all this...
What better way to say I love you than with the gift of a spatula? Spatula City! Hello, this is Cy Greenblum, president of Spatula City. I like their spatulas so much, I bought the company.
And I love, when you think about it, how much money and effort it took to film all this stuff and just for this one stupid joke.
I know. Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's all. So you see this UHF thing going. So they go straight from the first Town Talk into a commercial into now segueing into Uncle Nutsy's Clubhouse. So it's great because they kind of very slowly show you how George is building UHF. So this is kind of the start of UHF where they kind of suck. he has all these kids, and there's a little kiddie corner. It's a kid show, and all the kids are miserable. This blonde kid
spits in his
face.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely like a real spit, like just dripping off of his nose. Like
and the kid totally laughs, and they keep the take. But it makes it better.
Yeah. There's also I also have like kind of like a nihilistic sort of like aspect to my humor, and I think like these particular scenes like sort of like help shape that as well. You know?
Yeah. Because he's like, "What's your name, Billy?" Billy what? And the kid spits on him.
Yeah, it just spits in his face.
Very abrupt humor.
Or later on when he's when he walks out and talks about how we're all just gonna grow old and die someday. Yeah. That's.
Say, Bobo, what's wrong? He just hit a clown with a frying pan. His buddy. Well, you know what? Clowns and kids alike can't resist the mouth-watering, lip-smacking taste of... This is a joke that has always fallen flat for me.
Mrs. Hockenberger's butter cookie. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, but he feeds the clown dog biscuits instead of...
This probably... I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with it or anything.
No,
it's just it's probably.
I don't think I've ever laughed.
No, not really. I think it's the weakest joke probably in the whole film. Like which it only lasts for maybe like 20 seconds, so it's not a big deal.
But it's a very like really, really obvious like broad sweeping joke that doesn't really fit in with the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I could imagine like more like normal people probably laughing their butts off about like that and not anything else.
Why even like go for that demographic when you're already like way deep into this movie?
Oh yeah. You're already like I mean, you're already like neck deep in just Yeah.
So he fed him dog treats and then. Now, his girlfriend, George's girlfriend, played by Victoria Jackson, at the dentist office.
Oh, wait. Is she a dentist or is she some sort of like
her assistant or
something? I can't remember.
Goes back to an interview. Pamela Finkelstein, played by Fran Dressler. She's interviewing a guy. She's interviewing a dude who's like into guns, and he's like, "Guns don't kill people. I do."
I actually watched The Nanny not too long ago, like a couple episodes of The Nanny not too long ago.
Is it funny or
no? No, it's not. No, it's definitely like that. It's very like actually broad sweeping kind of humor, I guess. Like men are like this and women are like this, like that kind of stuff. It just not very funny.
Yeah.
But this is funny.
Plots R Us is kind of funny because they
it's a commercial for a funeral home, and they have a salad bar there, and they show people like crying at a dead body, over a dead body while eating salad.
And just as Family Guy made fun of Star Wars for having a moment where the movie stops dead short when they have that fake battle with Darth Vader, we were about to enter our stopping dead short, which is. In the middle of UHF, they play the entire video of Weird Al's parody of
Dire Straits' Money for Nothing or whatever.
Money for Nothing.
Yeah.
And he does, this is a Beverly Hillbillies themed.
Yeah. And this was actually the music video for this song too. They actually played this on TV and whatnot.
And I believe on MTV, whenever the credits came and went, they mentioned UHF soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. This was actually on the UHF, soundtrack, and
it's not like it's bad, but it stops the movie dead.
I was probably going to nominate this as probably the second weakest part of the film.
It's still funny.
It
doesn't really have a place.
It's funny. It's funny, and it's a good parody song and whatnot.
But as far as George like spacing out and going to places, it's not like Indiana Jones.
It's not. I don't think it's funny or entertaining enough. Or out there enough, I think, to really like warrant it being in this particular film.
Right. We should take this time now, just ignore the film and talk about Home Alone 4.
Okay, okay.
Home Alone 4, this is the funniest thing, man. Because, as I stated earlier, I'm totally cool with badly made comedies. I love them.
Oh, yeah,
There's this dumb one called Division III Football's Finest, Andy Dick.
Yeah.
It's horrible, and I love it, man. I love it. I've seen it like 10 times. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but the point is that it's funny. But anyways, this is not one of those movies. Home Alone 4 is so horrible that it goes from being bad to good to horrible.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's not like. And what happens is, so Kevin is in it. He's not anyone who played him. Just a
Yeah.
And he's way younger than he's ever been in the.
Oh
other
my
ones.
God. Okay, all right.
And he references the first two movies in it. He's like, hopefully Harry and Marv don't come and get me.
Oh, no way.
And so it's this conceptual universe where somehow Kevin is younger, has totally different parents, lives in like this kind of nice house, and when he's home alone, they have this really weird this weird little montage of like horrible music playing and him like, listening to the radio and like being like, I'm home alone by myself, and like he's like seriously like.
Does it like hit the same beats as the first film?
Yeah, but like in a way that's like watching this like horribly made like We Sing special. It's like just terribly like low budget and terribly like. Kevin's like seriously like it's like 7 or something. Like it's like he's like a 7-year-old kid.
Is it like Christmas Story? Is it like Christmas Story Too Bad?
Like yeah, I haven't seen that, but I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just like one of those things where like universally it's.
I could see that.
But watch it, dude. Watch.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I
Just
think like
dude,
I watched 3. Like
mind.
I think 3 kind of like ruined me.
Right.
Like I don't know.
It's kind of that middle ground movie where it's like kind of made for TV, but has a budget to have these like.
It was in theaters.
Right.
3 was in theaters.
Right. But it's got that vibe of a made for TV.
Yeah.
But it still had the budget to have these action scenes involving a remote controlled car and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
It wasn't even that horrible, but it was just like, who cares? Like it sucked. Like, but four, you got to watch because it'll just blow your mind how like messed up.
Yeah.
Like why they decided ever to have him somehow exist in that universe but be younger. Yeah. That makes sense. But anyways, we're back. The stupid music video is gone.
Yeah. No, thank God.
Now. George has accidentally stood his girlfriend Terry up.
Yeah,
she's wearing these gigantic.
Like I think like in the in the 80s, women it was all about the shoulders,
right.
Especially like those. Yeah, I remember my mom having like these like jackets or whatever.
That's
like,
right.
Giant like padded shoulders or whatever.
And that was cool, I guess, to some degree. I don't have no idea why. I mean, I know I'm going to look back 10 years from now and think I look like an idiot, but like.
Oh yeah, sure.
But shoulders being big, why was that cool?
I don't know why. I don't get it. Like I guess I could see it maybe for like men, because I guess that's desirable to have like broad shoulders as a guy, but I don't know why women would want that.
I had no idea. I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I get the other stuff.
Yeah.
I get headbands are cool. I like headbands.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
and I
like
like the showing one shoulder when women do that. That looks good.
Yeah.
Like they have that like big neck of the
sweatshirt.
Sure. That's cool. And I even get the little stupid Jerry curls and the spandex. That's fine, whatever. But the big shoulders, I never understand.
I don't know.
But anyways, they're looking. I think they're looking at their budget and realizing they're going to have to close down shop. I really thought this was going to be different, George says to his buddy. And here's the key moment in the movie where, he realizes he stood Terry up. So there's a phone call here. But pretty soon there's going to be a moment where George hands over the show to Michael Richards' character, Stan Lee, and things turn around.
Weird Al's hair has always been hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you remember when was that? Late 90s, early 2000s. It was around when he put out his Running with Scissors album. Do you remember when he like temporarily cut his hair?
Yeah.
And it was like short and straight.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was that was bad. Yeah. Now he just kind of like embraces it and it's just long and curly
right.
and definitely has like that stereotypical like Jewish hair, I guess you could say. Yeah.
But I like that he just always kind of had, for the most part, had silly hair. Here's the part Derek was referring to earlier, listeners. Weird Al's character George is at like his wit's end, and he's on
the set of Uncle Nutsy's.
Yeah, Uncle Nutsy's Playhouse again, and he's like, "Well, forget about Liverpool. How much life sucks. And we're all gonna grow old and die someday." I want to go home. Shut up, you little weasel.
And I love how like and I love like I don't know who these kids are that they got, but like those kids right there just totally just sell it.
They
like,
nail it.
Yeah, they do really nail it because they all just look genuinely just miserable and like borderline almost like abused.
Right. He's He's setting up a cut to a cartoon. He's like a sadistic roadrunner who mocks a coyote until he's repeatedly crushed and maimed.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite scenes from the movie.
Right. So they're on air. George wants to just take off while they're on air and get a drink. What about the show? His buddy asks. George says, Stanley. Yeah, George? How would you like to have your own TV show? Okay. You're on. And so George is taken off to the bar with his buddy, with Bob. Is Bob his buddy? I don't remember. And Stanley, Bob and George take off to the bar. Stanley walks in to be the new host of Uncle Nutsy's Playhouse.
Yeah, and it eventually becomes Stanley Spadowski's Playhouse or whatever
Clubhouse
it is. Clubhouse, whatever. Whatever. Clubhouse Playhouse. Yeah.
So this is great because they make their way to the bar, and everybody at the bar is watching Stanley Spadowski.
Yeah. It's funny how apparently that I don't understand how that caught on so.
I love that. I love that somehow he was so inspired.
Yeah, and before social media too,
they all turn it to the UHF channel to watch him.
This is, I guess that could happen. I think a good example would be when Sharknado first aired, it was like this social media, it took the world by storm, and everybody was watching it, and it almost reminds me of the same situation, only before the internet and social media.
Before social media, the whole bar is watching Stanley's Basket Clubs. By the way, Sharknado, the guy who played Dad in Home Alone, is a prominent character in that, which is weird.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I've seen it, and it lives exactly up to what you want it to be.
Yeah.
I recommend watching it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It's horrible.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Awesome.
There's actually a lot of films, especially comedies, that that are generally viewed as bad that I think are great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I actually think people think I'm crazy for this. I actually think that Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are actually better films than Batman and Batman Returns.
I'm definitely with you there.
Yeah,
They might not be awesome to me, but they're definitely better than Batman and Batman.
I think they're more entertaining. Yeah, I actually
at least Batman Forever.
I think they're both awesome, and it's
Batman Forever did a good job of being kind of dark and sadistic while being
it's like this weird Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. It's they're these weird Batman 66 kind of homoerotic fever dreams. Yeah, they're really there's a lot of and the director who actually who is gay. I mean, not that matters, but he actually was intentional, right? All the that was intentional. He purpose. Yeah.
I didn't think of it. So Stanley's giving this speech, and he's like, sometimes when things get rough, you got to get down on the floor and scrub with your toothbrush. You got to kind of get it off. If that doesn't work, you can't give up. You got to stand up. You got to run to a window and say, hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Everybody in the bar watching the TV applauses. And
everybody's free. Yeah, everybody just thinks
all inspired at the bar by Michael Richards' character. The phones are ringing off the hook. UHF is back in business.
Yeah, yes.
Pamela Finkelstein's helping them. She's fielding calls and stuff, so... But when you're saying Batman, I'm with you at least on Batman Forever, if not Batman or Robin. I am of the common opinion that Schwarzenegger kind of was a little bit I don't think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's fault, but the lines they gave him were kind of oh God, dude, I know it's supposed to be that way.
Look at the dinosaurs, the Ice Age, that. Those I think those lines are hilarious.
It's not horrible. I just think, man, it was so they chose it's just so on the nail on the head, it's just so perfectly punchy of him to be chill.
That's awesome. I think that's awesome.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It's not what do I want to have a Batman movie? Maybe that is what I want. I don't know.
I think it's hilarious. Now I don't think it's better than the Nolan Batman films. I think those are pretty pretty fantastic.
I think Batman Begins is the best.
You know what? I almost agreed with you for a while there, but I still think it's dark. I still think it's the Dark
Knight's
Knight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, I would say Batman Forever is better than that. I would say Batman Forever and Batman and Robin and Batman Returns and Batman are better than Dark Knight Rises.
You think
they turned it into like they took it into some other genre, which was like some sort of like killing thousands of people, like mass murder thriller. Like
it did like
they took it out of superhero. World,
it definitely like I could agree with that. Yeah,
what were they doing, man? They went way too serious.
They did
too dark, like.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I could agree with that. It's probably it's my least favorite of them.
Yeah, it was
Nolan films, that's for sure.
What were they thinking?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're at a game show now. Wheel of Fish.
Yeah. This is kind of like the start.
Instructor is that he's pulling all his buddies from his life.
Yeah,
and making them hosts of these shows. So the karate instructor Cooney is like, go ahead, give it a spin. He's kind of I guess what would be considered nowadays kind of a racist character.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. No, he's definitely not PC. That's for sure.
Right, but whatever. He's funny.
Yeah. No. It's still funny.
Yeah. A red snapper. Very tasty. So yeah. I love this woman. She's awesome.
This is the
The contestant is so funny on this.
Yeah, this is the kind of like the start of like the original programming, for UHF.
So he gives her a choice. You can take the red snapper you spun on the wheel, or you can choose what's in the box. What's she gonna choose? I'll take the box. The box.
Yes.
You'll take the box. Let's see what's in the box.
Oh man,
they lift the box up. Nothing is in the box. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stupid. You're so stupid. So they just totally stiff arm the contestant and say, nope, you won nothing, which is awesome.
Yeah, we're actually watching it. Did you mention that we're watching it with the sound off? Like,
all captions. So
we're watching it. We're doing just all like subtitles. And it's actually interesting to watch it this way because I'm able to like focus like on their faces and really it's. I guess there's people here. I guess I never realized like how well they're acting. Like
most of them are doing a pretty good job. Other than that kid's like little laugh take he did when he was.
Oh my god, I forgot about Raul.
Yeah. Welcome to Raul's Wild Kingdom. Coming to you live from my apartment. That guy's pretty funny.
No, he's great.
Yeah, man. A lot of these people have pretty good face acting skills as well as verbal, like delivering their lines well.
Yes.
So Raul's Wild Kingdom is just like this animal education show.
Yeah.
But he's just...
It's just this dude in his apartment. Yeah, this is just this Mexican dude in his apartment with like all these different pets or whatever.
A weird fact about this is that guy died during the filming of this for whatever reason.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he got in like a car accident on his way to the set or something.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I might be getting this wrong, but either soon after filming or during, he got in a car accident.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It's weird. He
licks a turtle and throws it up on the ceiling and it stinks.
The premise of this entire joke is just that he actually treats animals horribly. Yeah. He's about to shake an ant farm. They can carry 50 times their own weight, and they work.
Wait, is there a monkey? Was there a monkey in that drawer?
Oh yeah, something's in there. Yeah, there's a monkey. So Raul shakes an ant farm, a little plastic ant farm.
They're really mad now.
They hate it when you do this. They're really mad now.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Where did you find this guy? Me? I thought you hired him.
That's so cool. Yeah, I thought you hired him. I thought you hired him.
Yeah. I just love. I just love that in the UHF universe, they don't know who the heck hired
this guy's on their program. Yeah. Now he's throwing poodles out the window trying to teach them to fly.
Yeah.
And they all just die. They just land and die. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Raul's Wild Kingdom. You know, sometimes it takes them a little longer to learn how to do it right.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, that's like so terrible but hilarious.
Yeah. So George is in deep doo-doo with Terry, and he's leaving this forgive me message on her answering machine. Terry, I'm sorry. Give me one more chance, please.
Yeah, he's giving like it's like this like really Terry. Pathetic whining, you know.
Oh, I'm in hell. I'm in hell. Terry, pick up the phone.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like one of the best scenes.
Oh
right
man,
here.
I forgot about
There's
this scene.
nothing going on, and it's one of the best scenes.
Yeah, I know.
He just leaves a stupid answering machine. I know. All right, we cut back to RJ and his son. His son Richard is giving him a present on Father's Day.
Yeah.
And RJ picks out the present. What is this piece of crap? I thought I told you I wanted a Rolex. A Rolex.
And there's this guy like he's wearing this giant cowboy hat, and then in a minute he tells him to take that ridiculous thing off, and then instead of taking off the cowboy hat, he rips off his fake mustache.
That's us. Do I have to remind you that we are a network affiliate, and we're in competition with other networks? With a bunch of punks broadcasting out of a closet. So he's illustrating that the UHF station is not a threat. Take that ridiculous thing off. Pulls his mustache up. All the scenes at Channel 8 are amazing.
Oh yeah, they're all pretty great. Yeah. Okay, now we're back at Stanley Spadowski's clubhouse or whatever. Yeah, and
it's taken off, and they got a budget now.
Clubhouse,
so and he's running around in that stupid car with goggles on.
Yes, yeah, this is also a classic scene. I think this is the fire hose.
Now the group of kids has expanded and has multiplied, and they're finally like pumped up.
Yeah.
Somebody found the marble in the oatmeal. That's one of the games on the show.
Yeah. They have like this giant, like almost like sandbox full of oatmeal. Yeah. They had like these three, like one of them's like this like old dude, like it's like a kid, some middle-aged woman, and then this old guy. Like they're all just
super old guy, and he found the marble in the oatmeal. You're a lucky little boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the fire hose.
The fire hose.
So this kid's reward is now to get sprayed with this fire hose.
Yeah, he gets to try to drink from it, and it just shoots him. It just shoots him in the face, and he like flies off that horse.
I love how close they put this kid to the fire hose too.
Yeah.
They just knocked that kid off this toy horse. Joel Miller, let's hear it for him. Oh my god. So this is Raoul after airing, and he's getting the delivery of badgers.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We got one aardvark, one flamingo. There's an animal delivery.
4 porcupines, 2 armadillos, 3 badgers. Yeah, he does the badgers.
Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Which is a play on "We Don't Need No Stinking Badges" from something
of the Sarah Madre or whatever that movie's called.
What? I swear I'm not that like a huge geek when it comes to movies, but for some reason I know this. That wasn't the real line in that movie. They never said "We don't need no stinking badges." It's one of those things that kind of got pulled into pop culture and transformed, like Luke, I am your father, when he's like, no, I am your father. Isn't that the real line?
Yes, He actually doesn't say.
He's just like, no, I am your father. It's even inflected different in the movie.
Yeah.
But this is like that. For whatever Sierra Madre movie, whatever movie the badges thing from, it's slightly different. It's more like badges. Stinking badges aren't needed, or it's like some other line, and everyone just took it and ran. They're like, we don't need no stinking badges. Which is fine. Make it what you want to make it, but just know that's not actually the line.
Yeah. Now they have they're showing a preview for this upcoming show called Conan the Librarian, and this is actually one of my.
This is great. Yeah. Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
This is great. I love when it's just ridiculous. He chops this dude in half.
Books are a little overdue. He just chops the guy in half.
Yeah, Conan the Librarian.
That's so cool.
Only on U62. It's pretty good watermelon.
Stanley Spadowski, for some reason, just killing some time on his show, and he's
just eating watermelon, and then he said, "It tastes like poop."
Tastes like poop,
which is one of our I think one of our favorite lines.
Yeah, we said that also.
Yeah, we did.
These are good cornflakes. Well, free toy inside. Pulls this stupid.
I'm gonna find the toy.
Yeah. I remember watching the extended cut of this on the stupid special features over and over.
Oh again. I forgot about the Wonderful World of Phlegm. They have like this UHF fall schedule where they have like this big like magnet board, where they're putting up all the new.
And they have this double mileage out of the joke because they just name all these shows that don't appear in the movie.
Funny
by the title, but not actually seeing them.
Wonderful World of
Fun with Dirt was one of them.
Fun with Dirt.
So as they're making the schedule, Stanley Spadowski's
Yeah,
on the TV in
yeah.
the background, and he's spinning the toy man he found in the cereal around. I don't want to go again.
Druid's on.
Yeah, volcano worshippers hours, druids on parade, underwater
The
bingo
young-
for
the young-
teens.
the young
Underwater
and the dis-
bingo for teens.
Oh, for teens.
I never saw. See, you could pause that and get eight jokes out of it.
Oh yeah. Wait, there's Wheel of Fish.
Wide
yeah.
world of tractor pools. Oh, and look what's on this stupid. Mr. Ed is on their schedule still.
Oh my God, Mr. Ed is still. Actually, that's really funny
Yeah.
that of all these shows they're still showing Mr. Ed.
And I just saw one that said that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Town Talk, the young and the dyslexic.
Yeah, the young and the
Okay.
dyslexic. Yeah.
Wide world of tractor pooling, Wheel of Fish. See, there's some that are there. Stanley Spadowski's Clubhouse.
Yeah. No, man, those was those.
60 share UHF. That means we're finally going to have some real money. George, we're the #1 station in town. Now they really get a budget, and they like blow up with all
Yeah,
their shows.
yeah. Actually, most of those TV shows would probably be pretty terrible to actually watch.
Yeah, for real. But this is great because in this movie they just montage stays fit with Mike and Spike. Big montage.
Bowling for burgers. Yeah, it's a big yeah. Bowling for burgers. Saturday at 9.
Yeah. Dazzling new
Wait, strip solitaire.
Oh, that's awesome. The big black guy who
Yeah.
used to be the cameraman is now practical jokes and blooper guy.
Yeah.
He trips somebody.
Celebrity
Mud wrestling with Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yeah, with Mikhail Gorbachev.
And of course, Stanley Spadowski. Yeah, they do this big, cool, like, we've got a budget montage now. Be there. Yeah.
No, that's also one of that's probably like that's one of the best lines too. Like where he goes, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, this movie rules.
Oh yeah, it's so good. It's unreal. It's still it's still my favorite comedy without a doubt.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah.
They might be 1 or 2 ahead of it, but they fall behind sometimes. Like, sometimes Hot Rod beats this some days for me.
Yeah.
But Hot Rod has a lot in common with this in that it's all jokes. Even up to the last climactic scene, it's a joke.
Yeah.
So like I stand by movies like that.
Yeah. I still think that this.
But this might be, man. Maybe end of the day, this might really be it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think it gets much better than this.
No.
It still holds up like very well.
It's funny because Weird Al is like far from the funniest guy in it. I think that's what makes it work. You know when you hear an album and like the hit is so good, and then you hear the rest of the album, the hit's the worst song on it.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is. Weird Al is so funny.
Yeah.
Yet everybody else in the movie is even funnier. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
So they're cutting to Harvey,
His uncle.
George's uncle, and apparently he's getting a phone call where a bunch of his horses he bet on didn't come in, so he owes a ton of money.
75 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falls in the pool.
Yeah, which is
He's in the pool with his phone. He's like, must have got some water in the phone there, Louie. How much did you say that was again? $75,000. So classic call from the whatever bookie dude.
Bookie, and the guy is very almost kind of like a Dr. Claw kind of,
Right.
Yeah.
Plot twist thing where now the money being needed means that George's uncle Harvey wants to sell the station to get the money, but George doesn't want to do that.
Yep.
The phone, a weird little edit in this movie is like the dial tone goes until he just like turns the phone over instead of him actually pressing a button.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny. Not that's intentionally funny. It's just like a weird little edit. R.J. Fletcher's measuring the building while George is in it because he's gonna try to buy the UHF building from him.
Yeah. That all kind of happens pretty quickly.
Yeah, they go straight from like, we've got money, check out our lineup, to, oh no, we need money.
yeah, like this whole like devastation kind of like it only takes maybe like a minute or so, and there are it's kind of weird.
This movie has some really nice, like, as far as cut scene to scene edits.
Yeah. Man,
they do well. They move fast, especially for an '89 movie.
Yeah.
They move fast.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, 80s movies can like sometimes weren't paced the best.
No. A lot of those movies that were considered classic at one point still are.
Yeah.
Like Better Off Dead and Ferris Bueller.
Yeah,
they have these long scenes.
Yeah,
they have these long scenes sometimes that still drag.
I don't. We were just watching Ferris Bueller the other week, and there's a couple scenes
like with his stupid sister doing that karate stuff. Like, cut that whole scene out.
Or even like when they're in that museum. Like I'm just like,
oh my god, I know that did get. Like, that's funny, and people parody that. And whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
But come on, man. Same goes for Say Anything and Better Off Dead. They're good.
Yeah.
These are all good movies. But
no, they're all great. Yeah, they're all great. They're all great films. They just suffer from like being a little too 80s, I guess. Yeah.
One that I thought did kind of hold up is that The Secret to My Success. That's a good movie. You ever see that? Michael J. Fox?
He
does a stock trade as a 25-year-old.
You know what? I haven't seen that.
That one's all right.
Yeah,
not bad. I think there's some of the same characters crossover in that, but
yeah.
Other than the scene where this chick tries to do him in the pool, that movie, that's not bad. That's a good 80s movie.
Yeah, that's not.
And it's great because
if I remember right, that one's not.
It's funny. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It moves fast, and it's kind of got this Moneyball appeal where you like care about them like working the numbers and getting the statistics and the money. And because it's kind of got the appeal that probably I imagine people not nearly as like probably accurate or like plot driven, but it's you kind of root for the guy for the same reason. You're like, I hope this guy works the system right and gets money. Like, two very different movies, but some of the same appeal.
Yeah.
Okay, so RJ's what's going on here? RJ is
he grabbed the money that he's going to use to he's going to use to purchase,
to buy UHF.
To buy the Channel 62.
And then cut to mad scientist Philo installing
a camera.
In
his
RJ's office from above. This gigantic camera, even for the 80s, is up there. So RJ thinks he's about to buy the stupid UHF from Harvey.
Yeah.
But Harvey says he needs a few more days.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's gonna give George a couple days to come up with the money.
They take some moments to actually like speak to the plot, which isn't bad. This still moves fast. Want some peanuts? This only part of the movie that's like maybe got no comedy in it, but it's still not bad. I know what I was gonna say. During the time that Derek and I, listeners, watched UHF a lot, we were about 14 to 18.
It was between that. Those ages. Yeah.
And we referenced earlier that we ate horribly. Not that we eat that great now, but
not
we're
really.
A little bit health conscious now as adults.
Well, as I'm getting older, right. Kind of have to.
But just to give you listeners context, so Derek and I were born around 83 and 84. So in the 90s we were like 15, 16, 17, early 2000s. We went to buffets all the time. Yeah,
we did.
And we just ate this horrible amount of food. We thought we were so cool for doing it. And I remember going to the buffets wearing a Star Wars hat and boot insides as shoes. And it didn't make any sense. And we were just these horrible, weird kids in high school. I'm not saying we were bad people. We were just super geeks.
Yeah, we were.
To a certain regard.
Yeah.
Town Talk. They cut to Town Talk at UHF, and there's a moment where he was interviewing Satan earlier, and Satan's like, "Look, all I'm trying to say is."
Lesbian Nazi hookers abducted by UFOs and forced into weight loss programs.
I know that. I've known that by heart for years. I said that. I was hanging out with Corey a few months ago, and I was he was just hanging out with me, and I was like, "Hey man," he was like, "How's it going?" And I was like, "Lesbian Nazi hookers forced into weight loss." I don't know it actually. Lesbian Nazi hookers forced into weight loss.
Abducted by
aliens and forced into weight loss programs. All this week on Town Talk. I said that to him, and he was like, "What?" It didn't even come up normally.
Lesbian Nazi hookers.
That's lesbian Nazi, but for whatever reason at the time I hadn't seen UHF in like a couple years. But somehow that just like floated to the front of my brain when I was talking to Corey, and I just like spit that out without thinking.
Yeah. This.
Okay. Anyways, Stanley's out. Stanley and George are sitting on the curb, kind of disappointed about the fact that UHF might get sold.
Yeah. Oh, this is when they start doing the telethon. Okay, yeah, I forgot about the telethon. Yeah,
which is awesome. So they start to try to raise the money to get Harvey out of debt and keep the station. Hey, Dad, you better turn on channel 62. Something funny's going on.
His son is also really,
awesome.
R.J. Fletcher's son is, I guess you could say he's almost maybe like I don't know, like a little effeminate or a little. I guess.
Maybe so. Yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's like, if not effeminate, maybe 80s version of like a softie, like a soft guy.
Yeah. I guess
he's spoiled by his dad, or
exactly. Yeah, I guess so. I guess maybe like a
dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Maybe it's not so much that he's effeminate. I think it's maybe he's just, I guess the 80s equivalent of somebody who pampered,
turned out soft.
Yeah.
Right?
He was pampered. Pampered from not having to,
But that's what the 80s would call effeminate, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
One and the same in this era. They're all watching the UHF telethon in the dark at Channel 8. All the bad guys.
Yeah.
I think it's time you boys paid our Mr. Spadowski a little visit. Breaks it.
Then he breaks his pencil in his hand. And he has like this really
I love that.
Oh yeah.
As if that's real hard to do with your thumb to break a pencil.
Yeah. He just has like this nasty look on his face. Cool. Yeah, and that's just more of R.J. Fletcher just taking this role like way too seriously. It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
The telethon's still going. Ex-girlfriend Pam is watching.
Man, that's still it's still great when he calls her. I'm in hell.
Or ex-girlfriend Terry, sorry, yeah. Terry, I'm in hell.
That's so funny. You gotta pace yourself. No, he's like treating Stanley like he's a boxer, they're squirting water in him.
Holds up a bucket for Stanley to spit, but Stanley just swallows the water.
Yeah. Play-Doh. Ask him if he needs anything, and he says Play-Doh and bubbles, some really big bubbles, some real big bubbles.
Michael Richards, it's weird. He kind of steals the show in this movie.
Yeah, he's very he's real funny. Okay, and this is when they decide to RJ's people, they decide to kidnap him.
Right.
Yeah.
Take him away, and all they say is pizza delivery, and he's like. And he still thinks after they kidnap him, he's in the car with a blindfold on, and he still thinks he's getting pizza. He's like, oh, I like pizza. Nothing on it but anchovies. Real fishy. No peppers or olives, onions, just anchovies. Because they are good. So they all want to kill him right now. It's been 1 second. Okay. I love how crazy he drives all of them. He makes them all insane.
So I'm guessing this kind of implies that R.J. Fletcher has mob ties.
Yeah, right. R.J. Fletcher has these weird mob ties, and they capture the star of UHF.
Yeah,
as if that's going to help everything. They'll pull him off the air, and then it does. I mean, in this plot, it starts to work because the donations start to slow, but it's funny that it's I got my mob guys to capture him so I can buy UHF.
Oh man!
So they got Stanley Spadowski being held hostage.
Where the heck are they even at?
I guess they're at Channel 8 again.
Yeah, I guess there's boxes that say Channel 8. I'm just wondering what the heck would they have in those boxes that are labeled Channel that would be labeled Channel 8. I don't understand.
This giant warehouse of boxes. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm just you're a news station. It's not like you're a warehouse for anything. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. They're in the big garage of a news station. Most places, even in the 80s, most news stations were more like a part of a building that had other offices in it. It wasn't Channel 8 out in the middle of nowhere. So they drag Stanley Spadowski into another room because he's annoying them.
Yeah. He was very loudly and aggressively humming the tune to Bonanza. Don't you like Bonanza? Oh, there's the fat black guy drinking coffee right out of the coffee pot.
The guy, there's a guy yodeling, playing guitar upside down from the telethon.
I almost thought that was a banjo. For now, it wasn't a banjo.
Oh yeah, man.
No. It was a guitar. It was a guitar. You're right. Yeah.
Here's one of the funnier little. They cut to this movie preview that's playing in between the telethon and Gandhi 2.
Yeah, Gandhi 2. Yeah, at the time, like I can't remember when that movie came out, but Gandhi that was like considered like a big film at the time, and this is Gandhi 2, and where it's just like an action movie. Yeah, he punches through that guy's stomach.
Just puts his fist straight through the guy.
Yeah.
So Gandhi's doing all these things he doesn't usually do. He's driving up fancy car. He's using violence.
Yes. Beating the crap out of people. Yeah. Now he's going to this like fancy restaurant or whatever with these two women.
Give me a steak, medium rare.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now he's shooting that machine gun. Yeah. It's Gandhi 2.
Change? You got change? Do you mind? So RJ is forced into giving this bum some change. Gives him like a couple pennies or a penny or something. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah, I guess that was his whole reason for asking for change all the time was that he was like looking for some sort of rare, looking for any sort of like rare change or something, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, George's girlfriend Terry is going to Channel 8 to talk to RJ for some reason. Why is this again? Why?
I can't remember like why she actually goes down there. Is she trying
to defend George?
Oh yeah. I think she's
I'd like to talk to you about Channel 62, which is the UHF station.
Yeah.
My demolition team is looking forward to turning it into a rubble heap Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Will you please just listen?
Oh yeah. That's all she's trying to defend. Yeah, she's trying to defend it, and talking about how it's something that the community cares about, and
right.
Yeah.
And the camera's catching RJ saying mean things about the community.
Yeah.
And Philo records it. The community, let me tell you something. This community means about as much to me as a festering bowl of dog snot. He's such a bad guy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what's his Philo is he's
recording him bad mouthing the community.
Yeah, wait, and this guy, like, then the mobster guys back to where the kidnappers are. Mm-hmm. That one guy was playing jacks like on the table.
I forgot. I love that guy's playing.
Yeah. It looks like they have like Chinese food, and the dudes are sitting there like they're smoking these cigars or whatever, and he's playing jacks for whatever reason. I don't think I ever noticed that. Like,
I never noticed that either.
Yeah.
And he kind of just like makes this dude so angry.
Yeah.
So this mobster opens the door to tell Stanley to shut up. And Stanley's giving this mobster a tick where his like mouth, his mouth just curls every couple seconds. He has this weird little tick.
Yeah.
I got threes out here that would love to cut your tongue out. While he's talking, Stanley notices his old mop is in the warehouse. And then that just gives him the strength to like completely break his ropes.
He like rips. My mom.
He just busts out of the ropes, tackles that dude, knocks all three other mobsters out, and then proceeds to fight them with his mop.
Yes.
The guy has a gun. He knocks. He knocks the gun out of the guy's hand and then hits the guy with the mop, and the guy flies.
Oh yeah. I forgot that when he starts swinging it like that, it makes like lightsaber sounds. Yeah.
And when he hits the guy with the mop, the guy flies like way farther away than anybody.
He probably flies like 10, 12 feet, and it's funny.
It's weird. They have
Yeah.
guns and they still can't get him. Like, he's just running around the Channel 8 offices now.
Yeah, I don't know why I like somehow forgot this movie. I always knew this movie was ridiculous. I guess I just forgot how ridiculous it really is.
Which so Terry goes to Channel 8 in the day, and this is the second night of Stanley's capture. Is that what this is? Or are they in a different? Or is this another Channel 8 office?
I think it's all like the same area.
Oh, it is the same area.
Yeah.
That's RJ's.
Yeah. I think it's all just the same. Yeah, it's all just the same.
So he was just there for like 2 nights, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, or maybe in just a night. I don't know. I'm like, they're not real clear on exactly the time. Yeah,
Terry came in the day, and then I don't, or maybe it was what doesn't matter.
I don't know. Wow. Now they're in RJ's office, and Philo sees him over the feed, So he put that video camera in the office.
So those guys all have him at gunpoint now, but
So Philo goes and gets George, and now George now this is when George
another parody scene coming up.
He comes to rescue him, and it's supposed to be like he imagines himself as Rambo.
He runs out of the turns into Rambo.
Yeah. Weird Al's in the 80s, and Weird Al always had awesome Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Weird Al. So he's Rambo now. His sometime into the 2000s.
Yeah.
His parents died, and he played a show. Did you hear about that? Weird.
Yeah.
Both his parents died due to something like akin to carbon monoxide poisoning at his house, I believe. At their house, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Was that what happened?
Something happened where they both died, or car wrecks, whatever. Something made them both die at the same time. And he got the news before a show.
Yeah.
They told him he played the show anyways. And a lot of people thought, hey, that's messed up that you did that.
Yeah.
But he explained it by saying... he just blew somebody up with a bow and arrow who was shooting at him for like 30 seconds without
and he enters this like Vietnamese camp and like just like murders everybody.
Oh my god.
What the heck is he even wearing? Because he has this he has like this thing on that makes him look like he's like super buff.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I guess it's just some sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of like rubber suit or something. I never noticed how it like crumples up and like you can tell it's like super fake. Right. Guess I never noticed. It is. Helicopter rides 20 months. Oh, this is. He's just shooting all these guys, and it's funny, and they're all missing. Oh, this is where he goes nuts, and he's like everything's blowing up. He's shooting. And,
This is awesome. His Rambo parody guy just like blows up everything, and then they go to get in the helicopter, and then somebody who's slowly dying, like with their last breath, like tries to shoot him, and then he catches it in his teeth. He catches the bullet in his teeth, and then he chews it up and shoots it out. which is an awesome part of the scene.
Yeah. And then blows up, and it just looks awful and fake, and it's fantastic.
I remember pausing this and watching the fake dummy and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why I even cared to pause it. It's obvious. It's not like I'm going to be like, that's so fake, and be like a guy on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's gay. Our skits on YouTube, there's always this one guy on every YouTube video that's like, so gay. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? What do you even mean by that?
I actually think those like kind of comments are hilarious.
Yeah, man. They're just fake. I'm like, it's a skit. It is fake.
Fake, gay, Ron Paul 2012.
Yeah. They're just like, hey, that's so fake. I'm like, yeah, it's an acting. It's somebody's acting.
Yeah.
It's a skit. It says clearly that it's a skit. But yeah, okay, so Rambo now sees the Channel 8 helicopter and blows that up.
Yeah.
And then he starts blowing up everything else.
Oh, he blows up the Eiffel Tower. That was the Roman Coliseum. Hollywood sign. Now you can't even tell what that is, but and then it shows him like the real life.
Cut back to real life. He busts in on Spadowski and the mobsters, and they immediately get him at gunpoint and take him hostage.
Yeah, he walks in, or like, who's this guy? And he says, I'm your worst nightmare. And then next thing you know, they have a gun to his head, and he's trying to...
worst nightmare. Yeah. But yeah, Weird Al. So Weird Al in real life, his parents died. He played a show sometime in the 2000s.
Yeah, I forgot.
And people were like, why'd you play the show? And he said, hey, it was therapy for me. Like, for me, continuing and playing music made me feel better.
Yeah, that was actually one of...
a lot of people thought he was kind of psycho for doing that, but I see why.
No. I can see that, you know.
I'm sure he grieved after, but he probably wanted to feel happy and hear music right then, you know, like.
Nobody gave, like, I remember, like, what was that game, that famous game that Brett Favre played in, like, the night after his dad died or whatever. Like, nobody gave him crap for doing that.
Right.
You know, like, I don't see why people would give Weird Al crap. Yeah.
Just structural things to distract you help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Cooney, the
Cooney
karate
and his
instructor,
and his karate, I guess his karate students. I guess. Yeah.
They were hiding in the closet, and they rescued Spadowski and George. Surprise closet. I guess they made fun of how Asian people put L's as R's. Surprise.
Everybody, they're back. Did they know? I didn't know why. Did everybody know that they were what was going on? I guess.
Yeah, I guess somebody got word to him. But it's funny. There's all of a sudden this weird '80s, super like '80s.
Oh yeah.
Where they just all pull in on Jeeps for no reason at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is this
Jeeps
scene.
And pickup trucks with big lights.
Yeah, and this big crowd, and everybody has a mullet. This is this is like a super '80s like scene here.
And a bunch of other trucks of people that don't make any sense come too.
Yeah.
Stanley's back. And Stanley comes back, it's like down to the last hour, and they somehow raise all the money.
Yeah.
Oh, they raised the money because of the stupid... Yeah, so R.J. Fletcher gave the homeless guy a coin that was worth a lot, and that guy then donates the last few thousand.
Oh, yeah. R.J. Fletcher walks into the office, and he sees all of his mob goons have been... they've all been beat up.
There's a powerful evil force in this universe, and it lives at Channel 8.
I've seen it. Oh, wait, what's... Oh, yeah, he pulled those things out of his ears. Oh, man. What a grief. Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah. So Philo hacks into Channel 8 and airs RJ's trash in the citizens of the town. What town do they live in? They don't say.
I don't think they ever... No, I don't think they ever revealed exactly what city they were actually in, from what I understand, I think.
I love the way that Philo overrides the signal. It shows that, like, tower turning blue. I love that he, like, presses, like, 1,000,000 knobs to override the signal.
Yeah, I know.
So they play "The Community Means as Much to Me as a Festering Bowl of Dog Snot" thing. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm actually looking on, like, on the wiki page, and I don't think they ever...
They don't ever say.
No.
How did you do a number? What does it say? Numbers? box office numbers?
Yeah, it has
What's it
box
say?
office numbers. Wait, reception. Yeah. I mean, it was critically panned. I mean, Roger Ebert, I guess, like, this is like notorious for like hating that movie.
Dude, Siskel and Ebert, Roper,
he called
all them suck.
Yeah. He called Yankovic's performance dispirited. He called him a dispirited vacuum at the center of many scenes. Yeah, I'm trying to find exactly the numbers. I know it has the numbers in here somewhere. Actually, maybe it doesn't.
I mean,
yeah, it made. It made $6.1 million at the box office.
Sure.
Yeah, 6.1 with it had a budget of $5 million.
Oh.
So I mean, technically, it did make something.
And I'm sure.
Yeah.
After the fact, made tons of money back.
Yeah. It sounds. But people generally hated it when it came out.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I understand that Weird Al's not a good actor. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like,
yeah,
that's what Siskel and Ebert have always made me angry.
Yeah, they
because they always they only look at craft. They don't look at like, is it funny or not?
They weren't. Like, they're usually not very good. Ebert was always good. Like, if you wanted to know if like an indie film was good, like he was generally. But like, if you wanted to know if a comedy was good, you couldn't go to him.
Right, because they always didn't like comedies if they weren't serious.
Yeah,
they always like hated comedies that weren't serious. But comedy always had to come from like way too real of a place for them. Like I heard Bill Murray say that, and I totally disagree. People asked Bill Murray what he thought of modern comedy, relatively recently. Yeah, and he said he thought some of it wasn't that great because it didn't come from a relatable place. I completely disagree. Like, I think a lot of jokes. Yeah, some of the jokes. Are really not relatable or the funniest. Yeah. Like, stuff that doesn't make sense is hilarious.
Sure. And also, I don't even know where he's even getting that, where, like, I don't know. I think there's still stuff that's, there's still a lot of comedy out there that's pretty relatable, too. So I don't know what he's talking about.
But it's like, I think he's talking about how comedy is referencing references now. Like, I think he was kind of, like, playing to that. Like,
almost like
because now we're watching the framework of a sitcom or a framework of an action movie being parodied a lot.
Like that, or I guess like something like that, or even like I
think he was referencing that, like, where it's like, there's no real foundation.
I thought you meant like the Family Guy kind of humor, where it's like all just references and.
Well, but I feel like he's taken a step further, where like there's all these comedies where you have to be in the know about something else to get the joke. Yeah. Okay. He might be talking about Family Guy. I don't know.
I think some of that stuff can be good.
Right. But I think he's kind of wrong because I think all comedy boils down to doing things incorrectly is funny. And that's
and you know what? There's even like something that's like completely ridiculous, like Rick and Morty. Like there's even stuff in there that I could find relatable.
Yeah, it's all the same. Comedy is just lying. That's what's funny. It's to lie. Yeah, exaggerate. That's like funny.
Yeah, because I don't know, because like even if they're just talking about, even if they're just making like a general generalized joke, I can find some sort of like reference to it, in my own experience, I guess.
Right. And there's some old stuff that I think really holds, man.
Oh yeah.
Some of the Three Stooges stuff is really funny to me still. Some of the Dick Van Dyke is funny.
Yeah.
Some of the old stuff I can really relate to still. That older special that Martin Short had on in the 80s.
Okay,
that was awesome, man.
I remember we used to when we were younger, we used to love. I had that video of like it was like the like Eddie Murphy's SNL greatest hits or whatever.
Oh yeah, those were good.
Those were all really good. That was kind of like outdated humor even then. And we all just were grew to appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Plus, you know what? The best SNL sketch I've ever seen that beats everything. It beats Quacky Serpy Niku. It beats Cowbell. Is actually just the stupid. What's it called? The dude from the School for the Hard of Hearing, dude. That's the best sketch I've ever read.
Yeah. That is,
The guy just yells, Garrett Morris. That's the best sketch that's ever been on SNL, and that was in the first or second season or whatever.
Yeah. It is really funny.
Yeah, it's just like the something for the School of Hard of Hearing.
Yeah. Please, yeah. Have a good day and a pleasant tomorrow. That's funny.
Good night, have a play. Yeah. He's like, yeah, man, that's great. Some of the simplest things are still funny, and that's why UHF holds, is because they just do this funny little, like, dumb little jokes. Like, somebody just tripped somebody and they fell in mud. It was awesome.
No, R.J. Fletcher's son, yeah.
The sight gags in UHF are just killer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
killer.
yeah.
Like, when he hits him with the mop and he flies out of the...
Yeah. All the physical gags are really are ridiculous. They're all, like, over the top and funny.
Right.
Yeah.
All of Spadowski's movements are funny. Yeah. The stupid fire hose thing's hilarious. Now I guess it's revealed here at the end, after they raise the money and keep the station, that Philo is actually not a mad scientist human, but an alien.
Yeah, he's an alien from the planet Zarkon. Yeah, okay, and then...
And this really dumb claymation.
Yeah, this really, like, crappy 80s claymation kind of, yeah.
That they, like, probably used half their budget on for no reason.
Oh, yeah, that probably cost... Yeah, it cost them $5 million to make. That was probably like at least two. That was probably like at least $2 million of it right there, just to do that.
Oh my god! So R.J. Fletcher's
just got kicked in the got kneed in the groin by this old lady,
which is awesome. Totally 80s thing to do.
Oh yeah, that's also a completely 80s tactic, I guess. Yeah. Wait, what is he gonna? Oh no, gave him a trophy. World's greatest janitor and TV star.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Never had a trophy before. Yeah, it's like this, I don't know, it's like this weird, like, feel-good moment, like, where, like, they, like, took it, like, I don't know, like, they didn't use the moment to, like, make a joke.
Yeah,
like,
all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's weird that they did that, because, considering that the entire movie is just a giant joke.
And Weird Al can't really meet Michael Richards halfway with the acting chops. It doesn't really matter, but Weird Al definitely falls short in any of the scenes where he actually has to act like a person.
Yeah. I mean,
you can tell he's just kind of watching the camera, watching the actors, and not really.
Yeah, we accepted it. We accepted it from Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so we can accept it.
And
from
how many other leading characters? Like,
I mean, he was Jeff. Yeah, I think,
it's almost like he's a fourth wall dude.
Yeah.
Where he's, like, kind of outside the movie, and that's okay, because he's the straight man.
Yeah.
Some straight men that are inside the action are good, but they're good in different ways than Weird Al is. Like, modern straight guys, for me, are... Oh, God, I forgot this movie ends...
Pretty,
like, poorly,
Yeah, it ends, like, him and his girlfriend get back together, and then now they're in this Gone with the Wind spoof. Yeah.
That's how the movie ends.
Yeah, they literally end the movie this way. Yeah, just on a stupid Gone with the Wind spoof, which I guess
another day. Sorry.
I knew she was going to say that. Yeah, I guess it's like a, I guess it's true to the film, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's funny because you kind of expect the movie to end with this little twist at the end.
Yeah, the last couple minutes are a little, or not, watching it again, I can notice that, I can see that, like, the last few seconds or last few minutes are basically kind of, I guess, kind of disappointing.
Yeah. So, listeners, if you followed along with us, which I'm sure you haven't, but if you did, like, we're on the credits now, and then a few of these people here and there, funny people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie rules.
Spatula neighbor, spatula wife.
Little Weasel. Oh, they called the kid Little Weasel.
That's awesome.
Joseph Witt.
Little old lady.
Yeah. And guitar. What is it? Oh,
are you talking about it? It's his band, I think.
Mud Wrestler.
Satan. Conan the Librarian.
All I'm
Roger
trying to say is...
Yeah. Shut up, you pinhead! You make me sick.
I love that he's interviewing Satan in that scene.
Yeah. I don't think it was actually Satan. I think it was a Satanist who was dressed like Satan. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're playing the actual, like, UHF song, which was, like, the title song on the soundtrack. Yeah.
These are all. See, what's funny about watching this way with the captions is that like, though hopefully the listeners of this podcast enjoyed it, it actually brought out like the dead moments in the movie for us a little, like, because we always could ignore those before while it was like being like when we heard the audio.
Yeah.
Because their inflection is half the movie.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
But now it's like, oh crap, there's that boring scene at the end. We always ignored that at the end. I remember me and Peppy always just talked through that moment at the end. Like,
we
more
did.
than we're doing now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, you know,
Now that you mention it, I think we
or
did.
we'd get up and use the restroom. We would just like ignore.
I think we did it towards the end, and then we did it, during the music video.
Right.
Yeah.
We fast forward the music video a lot.
Yeah, we did do that. Yeah.
Dude, but listeners, for real, man. Me and Derek and Peppy watched this movie like within 1 week more than 20 times. Am I right about that?
Yeah, definitely.
Like probably more than 30 because we watched. There was a day of my life that consisted of only UHF. Yeah, I watched that almost as many times as you could within like
I think there was
20 hours.
I think there was a day that I wasn't there. And
we just
you and Peppy were like hanging out, and like the next day you told me like dude, me and Peppy, we watched UHF, and then like we just were like rewound it, and then we watched it again, and then we rewound it again, and we just watched it again. Like you just told me like I think you guys watched it like 3 or 4 times in one day, like straight, like just straight.
More than 3 or 4. It was ridiculous, man. We may have watched it 10 times in one day.
Yeah, I can't,
dude. And a weird little detail to that is, do you remember half that week? There was like butcher paper in the bed for some reason. Do you remember this? It was like the whole stupid bed and couch situation in the basement.
Yeah.
My mom found this butcher paper in the attic or in the basement or something, and we just unrolled it over the entire bed, and we made this fort of like butcher paper. And it was there the whole week. Yeah, it was there the entire week for no reason.
So, I think that was like one of our like Christmas like breaks.
Yeah, dude, it was a Christmas break where like we didn't have a job. It was like one of the only times I remember my entire life where I was so inactive that I could like, and I didn't care. Like I haven't had a moment like that since then. Yeah. Like I was so inactive. Yeah. Like we were just like woke up in butcher paper. Yeah. Didn't take a shower. Yeah. Pressed play and watched UHF. Yeah. That was amazing, dude. To be a kid again, dude, I'd do the exact same thing.
I know.
I wouldn't change one thing. I'd do the same thing. Yeah, during
the same time, I think like that was also like the time like where like me and Jack would like just like go outside and like in the freezing cold, and we would like sit there and like smoke cigarettes all night. Like and there was like one night where we stayed up until like 8 a.m, like just sitting there smoking cigarettes, and then we came inside and like slept until like 6 p.m.
Oh God, those were the days, man.
Yeah, I know.
I think the last time I had a hardcore experience like that was like seriously like age 20.
Oh my God,
like,
really?
Yeah, like I mean, there've been plenty of times where I've had moments where I woke up very late. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever had like. I remember waking up at 6 p.m. one time. It was the weirdest feeling.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
My entire life.
Well, we kind of went from like that to like just not sleeping at all. Because remember there was like like the golden age where like you were like it was like you like
that was past. That was the time where we were old enough where it should have bothered us.
Oh
like,
big time.
You're talking about 2008.
Yeah.
Right. 6, 7, 8.
Right? It was like 2007 through like 8. Where where we were. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was when we hung out in Brandon's basement like every night, and
we were between the ages of, if you count Brandon, we were between the ages of like 17 to like 24 or something.
Yeah.
So we were all young enough in this weird little like moment where we called it the golden age or the golden era or whatever. Yeah. And like, we drank Go Ape Energy. We walked Circle K all the time. It was kind of a second wind of that youth where we watched movies all day and drank like Sprite or whatever we drank.
Yeah, I think about that now, and I'm just like, I can't believe that I did all that. Yeah. I
mean, we definitely. I know it sounds horrible to listeners, but we used our time wisely, man.
Oh yeah, we did.
We just like did nothing but like wore ourselves out doing nothing.
Exactly. And I remember like I had like a really like hard like intense job like at the hospital. Yeah. And I would get like and I would we would like and I would just be up like I would be at B-Dog's. Like I would be like I would be at down in Brendan's basement until like 4 a.m, and like I would go home and I'd finally get home like around like 5, and then I'd have to get up at 6 to go to like.
I know people who still kind of act like that, and I can't. Not many.
Yeah.
But I still know people that are like, we were up till 4 last night, and I work at 10. And I'm like, dude, that what are you talking about? I never have done. I haven't done that since I was like 23 or.
Yeah, I can't. Like sometimes now I'm old and I have medical conditions and stuff. So now, like, sometimes I have like insomnia and whatnot, and it's just terrible. And I think about the stuff that I used to do when we were younger, like purposely do that to myself. I'm like, oh my god,
you wouldn't dare take advantage of being awake and like actually do something because you'd make yourself even more tired.
Like, well, now I cherish sleep, whereas like before it was just like it was kind of like something that got in the way of a good time. Exactly. Like, I guess.
And I feel like I have a ton of energy now, but it just plays differently. Like, I know it sounds like I'm whining, but I'm still tired from 2015. Like, I'm still sleeping off 2015 like now. Like I'm exhausted, man.
Yeah.
I think I worked like an average of like 43 hours a week, and then I played a show. I played a show every single weekend last year, except for 2 weekends.
Oh my god!
So like I'm still tired. Like I'm still tired. Like that means my average work week was, counting the shows, like 50 hours a week every week.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
holy crap! I guess I didn't realize. I didn't realize how.
I did it to myself though. It's not like.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
that's yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, by the way, we're at the menu screen now, and it's kind of funny to just watch.
It's awesome.
It's just kind of funny to watch all these like random scenes like over and over.
Weird Al's character puts a dog in a punch bowl. We missed that when we were.
I forgot. I forgot about that when they were at his aunt and uncle's party. Yeah, and he's trying there was no explanation for why he was doing that. He was just randomly trying to like feed this dog punch, and then when his aunt was called to him and told him to come over here, he just he responds by throwing the dog in the punch bowl and then walking away.
Which you could tell was kind of this like forced scene, but it plays. It's
fun. It works. Yeah, it works with the rest of the film. Ridiculous.
And then hardcore UHF fans who have bought this in different formats will note that like in the bonus features, there's Weird Al from like now, years and years ago, but at the time 13 years after UHF, and he does this little commentary lead in to the commentary and bonus features where he says, "Hi, I'm Weird Al. I haven't done UHF in a while because it's been," and he looks at his watch and he's like 13 years. And now it's been super long.
Let's see, what do we got here? Wonderful World of Weird Al panel.
See, that wasn't on the DVD thing.
That wasn't. Oh, the panel.
That's new.
Yeah, I know the deleted scenes were on there. Should we watch the deleted scenes? I think the music video is just the Beverly Hillbillies video. Yeah, God.
Yeah, go for the deleted scenes for a second.
Okay, yeah, we can go to the.
There it is.
Oh, they're not closed captioned,
no,
but I guess he's introducing them. Yeah.
Looks at his watch.
But was this on the DVD? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I thought so.
That's what's funny about it, is that now it has been like another 13 years.
Yeah. That's
UHF is about to be 30 years old. I mean, 3 years from now will be 30 years old.
Oh, holy crap! Yeah. It really. There's a lot of stuff.
They probably did this commentary track on like 2002 or something.
I'm sure it was.
Or wait, 13 years was what?
Wait,
2002.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the DVD came out I think it did come out in 2002.
Right. Because he says 13. So that's got to be it, right? Right.
Yeah, because I remember I bought it. I remember buying it at Best Buy like as soon as it came out, like the DVD. Like, because I if I remember correctly, I think we made like somewhat of a big deal about it being released on DVD. Yeah, 02. Yeah,
that's hilarious because he says 13 years ago in this commentary, and now since 02, it's been 14 years.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Has it been 14 years since 02? Yeah. It's been longer.
Yeah.
It's been longer than the movie to this commentary that we're watching it now.
No, my God. Yeah.
And you know what that means? That means that I've known you since 96, right? It's 97. We'll say 97.
Yeah. Wait. When did we start 8th grade? Was that 97? Was that 97, 98?
97, 98, because Ninth grade was 98, 99.
Yeah. So we've known each other since 97. Yeah.
So what's that mean? That means that we will have known each other for 20 years next year.
Yeah, next year we'll
that means that we've known each other way longer than we haven't.
Yeah.
And that means that we've been out of school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's it? Oh, crap. How long have we been out of high school, dude?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, crap.
Oh, my God. Yeah. We've been out. I just thought about this the other day. We've actually been.
2002.
Yeah, so it's.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we've been out of high school for, 14 years?
14 years? That's not that bad.
May will be 14. Yeah,
That's not that bad.
I guess. I don't know. I just remember being like 16, 17 and thinking about somebody that was like 32 and being like, dude, that's like old. Like, yeah. And then when I think about that, it's like, wow, holy crap.
I've had the misfortune of substitute teaching at East Palestine.
Oh, God.
And that's a trip. That's a trip and a half.
Oh, boy.
Because everyone there thinks I'm old. Because anyone who's above like 18.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I go to like stores or whatever, and I get waited on by like these teenagers, and they're like, they're like, here you go, sir. Like, like just, and I'm just like, wow, holy crap. Like,
a couple years ago in Kent, I helped this young kid jump his car, and I felt like I was like 80. I was like, here you go, I got some jumper cables. He was like, thanks, sir. And I was like, you don't ever call me sir. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not the kind. I'm not the kind of guy that like that has like this severe problem with being called sir or whatever.
Feels fitting now since we're old.
Yeah, we are old. Yeah, I mean we are old. I mean it's all I think like after you hit like 25, 26 is all downhill.
Yeah. And that's when you kind of start acting a little bit more normal.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess it's you're more content. I guess
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more content with like my my lot in life,
Right.
And what the heck is this? What was that?
That was
I just haven't watched any of that in so long.
I think it was those darn homos. Is that right?
Was that? Oh my God.
Wait, am I mixing that up with Family Guy or something? I think they had a segment called "Those Darn Homos" or "The Gays" or something, and they cut that.
Huh. That's also not very PC. That's also not very PC.
No. It was kind of a harmless joke, but it was.
Oh, it is.
But it was the way they worded it. I'm sure that's why they cut it because it was like somewhat offensive.
Yeah, I could see that. In the early '90s, though, like I think, like I think it was kind of like a late '80s, early '90s. It was kind of like a popular thing to kind of like make fun of gay people. Like they had like in Living Color, they had those like gay,
And Mindy and I did a commentary to the Friends episode, the one where no one's ready.
Oh,
and that's on the feed right now. It's under the title, the one where they talk about Joey and Rachel. It's called the Nursery episode.
Okay.
And
I didn't listen to that. Okay.
Yeah. Listen to it.
Okay.
Because Mindy, it's interesting because. I remember that. Mindy and I make note of that because there's a gay joke where Chandler sits on Joey's lap.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm a little too comfortable. Yeah. He makes a boner joke. Yeah,
which is totally fine. But Mindy and I we thought about that earlier, whatever season where Ross and Chandler take naps together. Is it or Joey and Chandler take naps? You know who?
Yeah. No, it's Joey and Ross.
Joey and Ross take a nap, and everybody walks in on them, and they're kind of like, what are you guys doing? It's this real like homophobic moment.
Yeah.
Which is not saying a whole lot because plenty of shows now, like Family Guy, like make like loads and loads of gay jokes in just slightly different veins than that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just kind of like put like a level of like sarcasm behind the
like that gay joke who's like was fed off of attention, right? Wasn't that? He's like, what do you eat? He's like, compliments. It's like same old joke, just dressed up different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess so. Like I guess like maybe it's all in the delivery, I suppose.
But it's all balanced out. I mean, how many bro jokes are there? That's pretty much making fun of like super straighties and stuff.
Yeah.
A million like bro jokes. Dave Matthews Band tattoo jokes, I guess, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. There's tons of there's some. Yeah, sure. I suppose there's. I guess it kind of even.
It's all even now. We're all
yeah.
I'm one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Where's the White Appreciation Month?
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't feel that way, listeners. Just to be clear, I don't.
Straight appreciation.
Yeah. I'm not one of those guys.
Where's my straight? Yeah. No,
there are a lot of those guys in Ohio and Pennsylvania, and they scare me.
Holy crap, there are. Yeah, I'm not like that.
Like every second person you meet is like that. They're just like, hey, why is there women's literature studies and not white male literature studies? And you're just like, because that's just regular studies, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, listeners, thanks for hearing us do our UHF commentary. Yes. I'm Lee Boyle.
And I'm Derek Baker.
And thank you for listening.
From the Village Bicycle, and you're listening to Nursery, a podcast from Ohio's Creative Voice.
See ya. Bye. The end.